In the Katwe slum of Kampala, Uganda, a 9-year-old girl follows her brother to a dusty church hall because she smells porridge cooking and she is desperately hungry. Inside the hall, a local coach named Robert Katende is teaching children chess. Phiona Mutesi has never heard of chess. She cannot read. Her father died of AIDS when she was 3. She and her family have moved houses 7 times, always one step ahead of landlords they cannot pay. She sits down at the chessboard, and something ignites. Within 5 years, she will become the top female chess player in Uganda. This is the story of the girl they call the Queen of Katwe. To understand how a child who had never had a stable home learned to command the most strategically complex game in the world, and what that game gave her, we need to start where she started. Welcome to Beyond Ordinary. Phiona Mutesi was born in 1996 in Kampala, Uganda. Her early life was defined by scarcity of food, of stability, of safety. After her father's death, her mother Nakku did everything she could to keep the family alive, selling maize porridge on the street, moving constantly, sacrificing her own comfort for her children without hesitation. Katwe is one of the most densely populated slums in East Africa. Open sewers run between corrugated iron shacks. Children grow up navigating dangers that most of the world cannot imagine. Education is not guaranteed. Neither is the next meal. Phiona dropped out of school at an early age because the family simply could not afford it. She was a child carrying the weight of survival on her small shoulders, with no clear path forward. Until that day, she smelled the porridge. Robert Katende was a missionary and football coach who had started a chess program in Katwe with almost no resources, a few battered boards, a handful of pieces, a belief that the children around him were capable of far more than the world expected of them. He saw Phiona the first day she walked in. He saw something focused and quiet in her eyes. Phiona absorbed chess with breathtaking speed. She played obsessively, before school would have been, after the day's work, in every moment of daylight available. She had no lessons beyond what Katende could give her. She had no computer to analyze games. She had no library of chess literature. She learned by playing, by thinking, by sitting with the board in her mind long after the physical pieces had been put away. In 2009, she competed in her first national championship and placed 3rd, against players who had formal coaching and years of tournament experience. In 2010, she won. She became the top female chess player in Uganda. She went on to represent Uganda at the Chess Olympiad, the world's most prestigious team chess tournament, competing against players from some of the wealthiest, most resource-rich countries on Earth. Co-author Tim Crothers of Sports Illustrated came to write about her, and his article became the book and film Queen of Katwe, which brought her story to global attention in 2016. Phiona Mutesi was played by Medina Nawanga, with David Oyelowo as Robert Katende and Lupita Nyong'o as her mother. Phiona Mutesi's story became a global sensation not just because of the chess, but because of what chess represented. In a world that had given her almost nothing, she found a game that was completely equal. The board didn't know her address. The pieces didn't know she had gone hungry that morning. On the board, only thinking mattered, and she could think. She went on to study, to gain her diploma, to continue playing chess at an international level. She became an ambassador for the power of education and access, proof that extraordinary talent exists everywhere in the world, but that it requires someone willing to create the conditions for it to emerge. Robert Katende's decision to sit in that church hall with a chessboard changed both their lives. Phiona has spoken about wanting to use chess to build something for children in Uganda, to be, for others, what Katende was for her. The one thing Phiona Mutesi's life teaches us is that genius does not come with a postcode. It is everywhere, waiting for someone to offer a chair at the table. Who gave you your chair? Who sat you down and showed you what you were capable of? Tell me in the comments, and I'll see you next Thursday.